Governor Greg Abbott returned to his hometown of Wichita Falls today to meet with Air Force officials from around the state.
Yeah, the goal was to assess the current state of those bases while also looking at future needs they may encounter.
Zach Verdia spoke with the governor today, and he brings us our top story.
When he first arrived, it was a nostalgic trip back home for Governor Greg Abbott.
When I grew up here, my parents would bring me out to Sheppard Air Force Base. My brother and I would watch the planes take off and land, and it was very inspirational, motivational to get to see the way that our Air Force worked.
Inspirational enough for Abbott's brother to want to serve as a pilot himself.
Albeit he flew for the Navy as opposed to the Air Force.
So Abbott's seen the impact Sheppard Air Force Base has on the community, one that is shared by bases throughout the state of Texas, and got to hear about it too, with a discussion with commanders from bases around the state to see what they can continue to improve on.
We talked about accelerating their access to 5G, so they're going to be better capable of dealing with things like cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, robotics, etc. But also 6G. They're looking way forward into the years in advance and the types of strategies and tools they will need to maintain national security, to be able to deal with whatever threat.
Finding those ways to help bases stay ready for anything, since one of those duties as governor includes heading the Texas Military Preparedness Commission, Abbott is keen in on Sheppard Air Force Base for long-term plans.
As we look toward the future, this base is uniquely situated for meaningful future growth.
That's considering Sheppard Air Force Base trains NATO pilots from across the globe.
So one of my missions going forward will be to work both with the state of Texas as well as with the federal government to make sure that as the United States Air Force expands its bases, that Sheppard Air Force Base will be one of those bases they look at for additional expansion.
While pointing out the impact made inside the walls of the base.
So it's impressive to know that we have right here in Wichita Falls, Texas, people who are on the front line of dealing with future threats to the United States of America.
Zach Verdia, KFDX 3 News.